Hello mga kawamat, in this video lesson, we will discuss cubic and absolute value functions. So when you say cubic function, it's a polynomial function with the highest exponent of 3. So kasunod siya ng linear and quadratic function. So sa linear, di ba, the highest degree is 1. Sa quadratic naman, the highest degree is 2. In cubic function, the highest degree is 3. So the general form of cubic function, f of x is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So, dapat ang a mo ay hindi mag-equal sa 0. Bakit? Kapag yan ay nag-0, ang a natin, ibig sabihin, this function will be quadratic na. No, magiging quadratic function na siya. So, where a, b, and c and d are real numbers. So, that will be the graph of cubic functions. So, the parent function of cubic function is f of x is equal to x cubed. So for example, given the ordered pairs, so alam mo, may table of values tayo dito, no? Pag plinat natin yan dito sa Cartesian plane, ito yung itsura niya, no, nung x cube natin. So the graph of a cubic function generally has an S-shaped appearance. So although transformation and additional terms can change its shape. So ano-ano ba yung mga properties ng cubic functions? So first, the domain. So the domain is the set of all possible values of x. For f of x is equal to x cubed, dun sa parent function natin, any real number can be substituted for x. So ibig sabihin, ang domain natin is all real numbers, or we can ibig sabihin, pag sinulat natin, no, from negative infinity to positive infinity. So again, the domain of cubic function is all real numbers. Next, pagdating naman sa range, yung range ng cubic function natin is the set of all possible values of f of x or y. So, ibig sabihin kahit anong i-substitute mo doon sa value ng x, so walang restriction, no? So, as x takes all real numbers values, x cube can also produce every real numbers. So, kaya yung real range natin is all real numbers then. So, kumbaga from negative infinity to positive infinity then. Next is the intercept. So, meron tayong x saka y intercept. So, the graph crosses both axes at the origin. So, yung x-intercept natin ay 0, 0 sa origin din. Ang y-intercept, ganun din, nasa origin, 0, 0. So, the point of intersection is 0, 0. O, nasa origin ng Cartesian plane natin. So, meron pa, okay? Next property of cubic function, meron tayong symmetry. So, yung symmetry class, if that add functions, your f of negative x will become negative f of x. So, this means that the graph is symmetric about the origin. So pagdating naman sa behavior ng graph natin, so as x approaches to positive infinity, then y approaches to positive infinity then. As x approaches to negative infinity, then y approaches to negative infinity. So yan yung behavior niya. The graph shape, so nabanggit ka kanina na ang shape ng cubic functions ay para siyang S that passes through the origin, bending upward on the right and downward on the left. Okay, so meron tayong mga transformation. So, ang general form of transformation ng cubic function is f of x is equal to a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. So, this is the general transformation of cubic function, where a affects vertical stretch or compression and reflection over the x-axis. Yung h naman, it shifts the graph horizontally, left or right. Pag k naman, shifts the graph vertically, up and down. So, yung h, siya yung magsasabi natin kung ilang movement natin papuntang left side at papuntang right side ng graph. Yung k, itong k naman, siya yung magsasabi nung ilang units upward and downward. So, in vertical shift, ito yung gagamitin natin. No? The value of k moves the graph vertically. So, if f of x is equal to x cubed plus k, kung ang k ay mas mataas sa 0, the graph moves up. Pero kapag mas mababa ang k nyo sa 0, the graph moves down. So, for example, f of x is equal to x cubed plus 4. So, ibig sabihin, titingnan natin yung k natin. Ito yon. So, 4. From the origin, so mula dito sa origin, aakyat ka ng 4 units upward. So, the graph moves 4 units upward. So, this is the inflection point ng ating given, and which is 0, 4. Pangalawa, okay, f of x equal to x cubed minus 3. So as you can see, negative 3 yung ano natin, k. So the graph moves 3 units downward. So from the origin, bumaba siya ng 3 units at 0, negative 3. Next, f of x equal to x cubed plus 6. So angat lang din ng 6 units upward. Okay, x cubed minus 5. So, bababa ng 5 units downward. So, siya dyan sa 0, negative 5. Next, for the horizontal shift. For the horizontal shift, we have f of x equal to x minus h cubed. So, ito yung titingnan natin. If your h is greater than 0, so the graph moves to the right. Okay? If h is less than 0, the graph moves to the left. Simulan natin. So remember, the direction is opposite the sign written inside the parenthesis. Ito yung tinutukoy niya. No, baka sasabihin nyo, ay negative 2 yung h, sir. Okay, so hindi. So positive 2 yung h natin. Kasi yung negative na yan, nasa ano talaga, general form. So positive 2 ang h natin dyan. So since positive 2 siya, ibig sabihin magmo-move tayo, mas mataas siya sa 0, 'di ba? Yung positive 2, magmo-move tayo ng 2 units to the right. So mula dito sa 0, 1, 2. So nandito siya. Okay? Next, f of x is equal to x plus 5 cube. Okay, so h natin titingnan. So 5 ito, dapat negative, no? So opposite nga ng sign. So ito ay negative 5. So from the origin, magmumove ka ng 5 papuntang left side. Kaya inflection point may negative 5, 0. Next will be f of x is equal to x minus 4 cube. So as you can see, ito yung h natin. So that is positive 4. So magmumove ka lang ng 4 units papuntang right side. Next, x plus 3 cube. So, negative yan, no? The graph moves 3 units to the left. So, ito na yung inflation, no? Inflection point. Negative 3, 0. Next naman is the reflection across the x-axis. So, kapag ang A daw natin ay mas mataas sa 0, the graph is reflected across the x-axis. If A naman is less than 0, no reflection across the x-axis. So, if you're, this will be our standard, no, the general form of transformation. So, yan susundan natin. So, basta if your A ay mas mababa sa 0, the graph is reflected across the x-axis. So, for examples, number 1, f of x is equal to negative x cubed. So, ito yung parent function ng ano natin, cubic, no? Ngayon, iba lang yung sign, naging negative. So, the parent graph f of x equal to x cubed, which normally rises from left to right, now it's reflected and now falls from. So, mula left siya, papuntang right, pababa. Okay. So, ano lang sila, no? Yes, nag-reflect, okay, itong negative x cube natin doon sa parent function natin, which is f of x equal to x cube. So tatandaan natin that the transformation or that reflected across the x-axis. Number two, f of x is equal to negative times the quantity of x minus 2 cubed plus 1. So the transformation, so it should be reflected across the x-axis. So shifted 2 units to the right. So 2 units to the right. Oh, 1, 2. So ito, nandito tayo sa 2. No? Okay. And then, 1 unit upward. Kaya siya to 1. Okay? So, from the origin, di ba? From the origin, move ka ng 2 units. 1, 2. So, dito. And then, 1 unit upward. So, that's why 2, 1 yung inflection point. Next, for example number 3, we have f of x is equal to negative 2 times the quantity of x plus 1 cube minus 3. So, it's vertically stretched by a factor of 2, shifted 1 unit to the left. So, 1 unit to the left, dito kay negative 1, and 2 units downward, 1, 2. That's why negative 1 and negative 2. So, the inflection point is negative 1 and negative 2. For example, number 4, so minsan tandaan nyo rin yung given na equation, no? For example, number 4, f of x is equal to negative 1 half multiplied to x minus 3 cube plus 4. So, vertically compressed by a factor of 1 half. And then 1 half is less than 0. Tama? Okay. So, it shifted 3 units to the right and shifted 4 units upward. So, 1, 2, 3 units to the right, no? 1, 2, 3. Okay? And shifted 4 units upward. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be 3, 4. Okay, 3, 4. Tama naman, pero hindi lang nakatapat yung dot dito, no? Sa ano niya. So 3, 4 dapat siya. Dapat nandito. Okay? So that is the reflection across the x-axis of cubic functions. Next is the vertical stretch. So vertical stretch occurs when the absolute value of a is greater than 1. So the graph becomes steeper compared with the parent function, f of x is equal to x cubed. So again, dito tayo tumitingin, no, para ma-compare nyo kung ano yung pagbabago sa graph. So, if your f of x equal to x cubed, so nandyan yung original na graph ng parent function. So, ang graph ng 2x cubed natin, what is equal to 2x cubed is, okay, 0, 0. Okay, that will come, 0, 0. So, the absolute value of 2 and 2 is greater than 1. So, mas mataas sa 1. So, ibig sabihin, the graph becomes steeper, no? Vertically stretched. Okay. So, kasi ito yung ano natin, parent function natin. So, okay. Hindi siya medyo ano siya, no? Very steep na ngayon, no? Very steeper ang ano natin compare dito sa parent function natin. Next, for example, number 2. So, sa 3x cube, so anong nangyari lang? Ayun din. No? Nag-stretch siya ng 3 doon sa origin or from the parent function na graph natin. And then for example number 2, we have f of x is equal to 4 times the quantity of x minus 2 cubed plus 1. So the graph is vertically stretched by a factor of 4, shifted 2 units right, and shifted 1 unit upward. Okay, so ito yan. So the key point, inflection point is 2, 1. Yan. So ito ay vertically stretched or steeper. Okay. For example, number 4, we have f of x equals to negative 5. The quantity of x plus 1 minus 2. The graph vertically Stretched by a factor of 5, reflected across the x-axis, shifted 1 unit left and shifted 2 units downward. So mula dito, so from here, nag-shift siya ng 1 units to the left and 2 units downward. So, ibig sabihin, the absolute value of negative 5 is 5 and 5 is greater than 1. So, magkakaroon tayo ng uh, mas steeper dun sa parent function natin. Kasi yung a natin is negative 5, tama? So, kunin mo yung absolute value. So, 5 is greater than 1. So, vertically stretched and reflected across x-axis. Pag compression naman, actually, medyo yung dalawa, yung stretch and compression. So, sa pagdating sa compression, your A, the absolute value of A, should not be greater than 0 and greater than 1. Okay? So, the graph becomes less steep or wider compared with the parent function. So, ang tinitingnan natin yung medyo wider na siya, no? Kumpara doon sa parent function na y is equal to x cubed. So, this is the graph of y is equal to x cubed, y is equal to 1 half x cubed. Okay? So, again, yung inflection point natin ay 0, 0 pa din. Next is f of x is equal to 1/3 multiply to the, okay, 1/3 times the x minus 2 cube plus 1. So where a is 1/3, h is 2, k is, okay, the k, what will be the value of k? Is equal to 1 then, no? Okay, so as you can see, sabi dito sa vertical compression natin, if the absolute value is greater than 0 but less than 1, the graph is vertically compressed or less steep or wider. But if the absolute value of A is greater than 1, the graph is vertically stretched or steeper. If A is less than 0, the graph is also reflected across the x-axis. So, kagaya nung ginawa natin kanina. So for example number 2, we have f of x is equal to 1/3 times the quantity of x minus 2 cubed plus 1. So that will be the given, no? Vertically compressed by a factor of 1/3. So step 2 units to the right and 1 unit upward. So therefore the inflection point is to 1. For example number 3, we have f of x is equal to 1 x plus 1 cube minus 2. So, yung a mo dito is 1/4, h mo dito negative 1, and k is negative 2. So, for vertical compression, if your absolute value of a is greater than 0 but less than 1, the current, okay, is vertically compressed, less steep or wider. So if your absolute value of A is greater than 1, the graph is vertically stretched or steeper. So ganun din, no? If your A is less than 0, lalo na kapag mga negative numbers, the graph is also reflected across the x-axis. So balikan natin yung example number 3. So f of x equal to 1/4 times the quantity of x plus 1 cube minus 2. So yung a natin is 1/4, yung h natin is negative 1, ang k natin is negative 2. Okay, from the origin, no, from the origin, 1 unit to the left and 2 units to the downward. So negative 1, negative 2. So dapat dito yung point of intersection nila. Okay? So okay. Kasi dapat ito negative 2 na dito. O, i-correct nyo na lang, no, kapag sinulat nyo sa notes. Dapat ito negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Kaya pala dito niya tinapat. Okay, dalawa yung negative 1. So, i-correct nyo na lang dyan sa lectures nyo. So, next is the absolute value function. So, pag sinabi nating absolute value functions, an absolute value function is a function that contains an absolute value expression of the form this symbol, no? Ang tawag natin kasi dyan absolute value, tama? So the general form of an absolute value function is f of x is equal to a times the absolute value x minus h plus k. So yung letter A siya yung magsasabi ng vertical stretch or compression and reflection over the x-axis. So yung h pa din, horizontally, the graph will move going to left and right. So siya magsasabi. Ang k naman, up and down. So the graph of absolute value function is V-shape. Okay. So the parent function, f of x is equal to the absolute value of x. So given this table of values, so pwede natin mag-graph yung ano natin, no? Yung absolute value function natin. So tingnan natin, no? The vertex or the turning point is 0, 0. Axis of symmetry, x is equal to 0. So wala din. So y is equal to, hindi, x is equal to 0 since axis of symmetry yung kinukuha natin. Okay? So what are the properties of absolute value functions? Una dyan, the domain. So same with the cubic functions, ano rin siya, all real numbers. Yung range ng absolute value function natin, okay, ano rin siya? Ang nakalagay dito, the range is the set of all possible values of f of x or y. So kasama kung ano na, no, kasama yon. So since the absolute value of x is always greater than or equal to 0, so f of x can never be negative. So hindi ka pwede maglagay, no, ng yeah, the value will never be a negative kasi if ever na maglagay ka doon ng negative numbers sa absolute value symbols, it will become positive. Therefore, the range of all numbers is greater than or equal to 0. So, tatandaan natin ha, hindi kagaya sa cubic functions na yung range natin ay all real numbers then. But this time, sa absolute value functions, yung range natin ay mula lang, no, sa 0 or greater than 0. Okay? So, yan yun. Therefore, the graph is ano yung graph natin? So later on, I'll show you some examples of absolute value functions given the graphs. Next, the intercept. So the intercepts, x-intercept and y-intercept ay nasa origin pa din, 0, 0. Yung point of intersection is 0, 0. Symmetry. So axis of symmetry, x is equal to 0. So that will become the y-axis. Okay, the function is symmetric about the y-axis. Therefore, the graph is symmetric about the y-axis. So, titingnan nyo ha, if your f of negative x ay equal sa f of x. That for all real numbers of x. So, tatandaan nyo yan, no? Next is for the graph. Okay, we all know naman na ang graph ng absolute function ay V-shape. So that is the graph of f of x is equal to the absolute value of x. So your key takeaway, the parent absolute value function, f of x equal to the absolute value of x has the domain, all real numbers, but in range from, okay, so yung range natin is from 0 to positive infinity. Okay? So, yung intercept naman natin ay 0, 0. The symmetric about the y-axis. And a V-shaped ground has with vertex at the origin. So, ano yung mga transformation nitong absolute value function natin? So, una na dyan is the vertical shift. If your k, okay, so if your k is greater than 0, the graph shifts upward if by k units. But your k is less than 0, so the graph shifts downward by k units. So, tingnan natin. So, halimbawa, ito na, uh, f of x equal to the absolute value of x plus 2. So, if, let's say, if your x is 5, okay? So, like for example, no? Okay, medyo nahang tayo dun. So, balikan lang natin yung example number 1. So, f of x equal to absolute value of x plus 2. So, since yung vertical shift natin, yung titingnan natin dito, no, yung k, so kung yan ay daw ay mataas sa 0, ang movement ng graph natin, the graph move ilang units? Upward. Okay, upward kapag positive or more than siya sa 0. So, the graph move 2 units upward. So, dito siya, 0, 2. This will be the vertex no nung parabo ay ng ano natin, absolute value function natin. Next naman, negative 3. So, mula dito sa origin, bilang ka lang ng tatlo, no? So, 1, 2, 3 dapat dito, no? Kasi nag-start ang 1 niya dito. Yan. So, dito siya nag-start. So, mula dito sa, ano nyo, let's say for example, ito ay nakatapat lang sa origin. So, ayusin nyo na lang dyan sa lecture nyo. So, 1, 2, 3. So, nasa negative 3 siya. 0, negative 3. So, your k is equal to negative 3 less than 0. So, it's shifted down by 3 units. Next, the absolute value of x plus 4. Okay, so the key point vertex is 0, 4. And key is equal to 4 greater than 0. So, it shifted up. So, nag-up siya dito. Okay, since positive siya. Okay, for horizontal naman, ang tinitingnan natin sa horizontal class, yung h, no? Halimbawa, so yung h naman, ito dito negative 3. Absolute value of negative, the absolute value of x minus 3. Okay, so ilang movement ang gagawin natin? So I think may mali dito sa graph. So dapat dito siya nakatapat. Okay, so tama itong ordered pair, 0. Kasi mula dito sa origin, bilang ka ng tatlo. 1, 2, 3. So dapat nandito. Okay, nandito dapat yung point natin. Okay? So, i-correct nyo na lang dyan sa lectures nyo. So, this will be the vertex nitong absolute value na graph natin. Okay, so 3, 0. Since ang h natin, ang 3 natin ay greater than 0, so ibig sabihin, ano ibig sabihin nun? The graph shifted right by 3 units or the graph moved 3 units to the right. Next, if your x, okay, h pala, no? H ang tinitingnan natin. So, if your h is what? Negative. So, that is less than 0. So, move tayo papuntang left. So, 1, 2. Dapat dito lang siya sa 2 nakatapat. Okay, parang may error talaga dito. No? I-correct nyo na lang sa graph nyo. Dito lang sa graph, dapat dito siya. Ito dapat dito nakatapat. Okay, next. F of x is equal to x minus 5. Ito rin, no? Dapat na ito siya nakalagay sa 5, 0. Okay? Ano natin ito? I-correct natin yung graph. Okay? Correct natin yung graph. Kasi dapat dito siya nakapwesto. Okay, reflection across the x-axis kapag absolute value naman, no? As you can see, talagang parang reflected, no? Okay, reflected nung ano natin, parent functions. Okay? So, that will become negative absolute value of x. So, ito yun. You know, if you're going to get the table of values, so you try this one. Okay? Next. If negative absolute value of x plus 2, meron ka ditong positive 2. Okay, una muna, mag-shift ka ng 1, 2, 2 units papuntang left side. Tama? Okay, so 2 units papuntang left side dapat. Dito lang dapat kasi 0, 1, okay, 1, 2, okay, negative 3. And then, ito, may sample na table of values. If we're going to, halimbawa, i-substitute mo si negative 4. Negative 4 plus 2, negative 2. Hindi negative 2 yun. Negative 2 pa din. Okay. So, sa y, ah, this will be the transformation rule. From the ordered pair na xy up to maging negative yung y. Okay? So, another example nitong reflection across the x-axis. So, ito, halimbawa, ito yung parent function natin. So, positive 3 and 1. So, dapat dito. Positive 3 and 1. Okay, talagang nag-move siya ng konti, no? So, dapat dito yung, ano natin, graph. Positive 3 and 1. Positive 3, positive 3 and negative 1. So, sa baba, baba dapat, no? Kasi, okay. So, mali pala ako. Positive 3. So, ito pala yun. Positive 3 and positive 1. Kaya both dito. So, dapat ito nandito sa tapat ng 3. Okay, correct nyo ulit dyan, no? I-correct nyo. So, multiplying the absolute value function by negative 1 reflects the graph across the x-axis. So, the vertex stays on the same x-coordinate and y-coordinate becomes the opposite or the changes sign. Okay, for the stretch and compression for absolute value function, so this is the example of vertical stretch. Okay, so given the parent function natin, the f of x is equal to absolute value of x. And then, ito naman for vertical compression. Okay? So, anong pinagkaiba nila? So, ito, halos patiklop na dun sa y-axis, no? Kasi, ang tinitingnan dito, yung mag-stretch vertically. Ito naman, compression. Okay? Magko-compress. So, as you can see from the parent function, yung vertical compression natin, halos padikit na rin sila sa x-axis natin. Okay? So, that will be the graph of absolute value functions. Next, reflection across the y-axis. So, ito yon. So, all x values change sign. Okay, from xy, f of x equal to the absolute value of x become negative xy on f of x equal 1, absolute value of negative x. Okay? So, if the absolute value of negative x, so ibig sabihin, so you're going to graph that. Okay? So, negative 2, so maging positive, negative 2, so positive 2. Okay? So, ganun lang, no? Pag sinubstitute natin, pag kinuha natin ito, alam mo, negative 1, lagay natin negative 1, so maging positive 1 na. So, 1 ang sagot. 0, 0 talaga. Okay? Next, f of x equal to the absolute value of negative x plus 2. So, again, tingnan natin. This is the reflection of y is equal to the absolute value of x minus 2. Okay, reflection nung x minus 2. Nandito yung negative sign sa variable x natin. So, ano lang siya, nag-slide papuntang left side ng ilang units? Dalawang units, and that will be negative 2. Okay, so after the reflection, the vertex, okay, the vertex is at negative 2, 0. Ito yon. Kasi ito yung parent functions natin. And for example, number 3, f of x equal to the absolute value of negative x minus 3. Since ito ay negative, so magmo-move lang yung graph natin going to the right. So, 1, 2, 3. Mula dito sa origin, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, tatandaan natin yung mga properties and transformation ng graph nung dalawa kong diniscuss, the cubic function and the absolute value functions. Okay, next meeting, I will be discussing the square root and cube root functions.